relative.
I believe it.
Do we have a good afternoon? Welcome to our session of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City. Do we have any requests for postponements, preliminary matters you want to discuss with us? All right, not hearing any requests for postponement. We'll go ahead and proceed through the docket. We'll start with 406 Park Avenue.
1 p.m. case, Maynard Parker and Paulette Edwards, Maypar Incorporated, trading as Chinese Doll Restaurant, 406 Park Avenue. Class D beer, wine, and liquor license. Public hearing to determine the status of a license under provisions of Article 2B, 10-504D. Everybody testifying, please step forward and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Mr. Kadensky. J. Kadensky, 19 East Fayette Street, representing the licensee. This license actually is in for transfer to 1400 block of Fayette Street. So technically, there's a transfer pending on this, which would take it out of the 10504D situation. The transfer was put in probably about a month ago.
Before this hearing was set?
Yeah, do you not know that?
Do we have the
All right,
file?
yeah, let's grab the file. We'll take a look. But indeed, if there is a transfer pending, that will have a bearing on our decision.
Yeah, Mr. Alban had sold the license. And there was application, in fact, they met with the community yesterday or so. Jones.
All right, so the correspondence from Ms. Jane Schroeder from our agency indicates to Mr. Parker that a renewal application will not be accepted for this license until there's a status hearing on the license.
Yeah, the status is that there's an application pending to transfer it to 1400 block of East Fayette Street.
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
All right, we still need to determine, it appears under 10504D, whether the license was viable at the time that the transfer was filed. And that's what
Well-
Schroeder is implying.
Can you speak to that?
To Ms. Schroeder?
No.
No. Well, let's talk about
You
this.
had a-
180 days.
You gave him 108 days.
But with the greatest sense of urgency, we gave him 180 days, and that was on September 13th of this year, March 13th this year.
Yeah, we got an
So-
application in.
Application file. Commissioners, do you have any questions?
None.
When was the application filed?
Apparently it was filed before March 2nd, because Ms. Schroeder filed correspondence or sent correspondence to the licensee on March 2nd.
Yeah, it was filed before. Mr. Chairman said, he sees her across the Rubicon, he said we should do a chill area to it, which means all possible quickness. The Latin scholars.
All right, let's see. Mr. Parker was here.
All I need is a date that the application is filed, all the other ready to
We don't seem to have that
See,
handy.
it's a different file.
Right, that's exactly what it is. So, but apparently, as I say, it indicates on March 2nd that they're not going to accept a renewal application, but it doesn't, actually, it says on March 2nd, there still has been no action to transfer this license, so I take that back. There is clearly, this application was filed after, must have been filed after March 2nd.
I think you have a hearing scheduled
We may-
next week or next, so it had to be more than 30 days before that.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the ad doesn't close until the second Tuesday of the month, so obviously that application was filed on the last day of the closing of the ad,
Oh, okay,
which was
Late.
after the March the 2nd date of council.
okay, thank you.
If what Mr. Page indicated to us is true, then I'm good with the transfer.
Well, right.
And that the license is active.
All right. Any questions, commissioners? Any other argument, Mr. Kadensky?
I don't like to argue.
Okay.
How are you going to determine the status? Is he supposed to put testimony on the record regarding that, specifically to the time period? I didn't hear anything to that.
No, I say, because there's a pending transfer there.
We don't have to determine the status. Okay.
Is there any other, anyone here to testify on 406 Park Avenue? All right, we're hearing no response. We'll go ahead and go to our decision phase.
is told, the period where we're counting days is over while we're here. Do, unless there's, I mean, I'm gonna assume going forward on that, unless we have a split decision.
She just asked if, in the future, based on improving our performance on here, whether or not we should say, all the commissioners, you know, how they vote. And the way I look at it is we should have to say that unless there's a split decision. We'll say how they vote. Right. Okay. All right, decision phase, thank you. Decision phase, March 21st, 2013, Maynard Parker and Paulette Edwards, Maypaw Incorporated, trading as China Doll Restaurant, 406 Park Avenue. It's a public hearing to determine the status of the license under 2B10504D. Mr. Kadinsky is representing Mr. Parker, who's appeared today. This case was in before us on September 13th, 2012. At that time, we postponed this matter for 180 days, stressing the urgency of a situation to get a transfer of this license. It appears that within, very close to, or within those 180 days, that Mr. Parker has indeed filed a transfer application. Transfer application will toll the period under which we are counting toward your active or inactive status on the license. So we'll go ahead and determine under 10504D unanimously that there indeed the license is viable, and we'll expect a transfer hearing. Obviously, if the transfer falls through or is withdrawn, you find yourself in a precarious situation with the license. So good luck to you. We're off the record. We'll need your client to see Mr. Page. Thank you.